Younger than you.
Oh, yeah? Well, she certainly looks younger. How come?
Well, Elizabeth Arden could tell you that.
Oh, jeez.
Why are you giving up already?
Well, because I was on the Eero and I happened to hear that social worker say something.
What did you hear?
I heard that I ain't got a chance. I can't let it get me down, though, because, I mean, after all, maybe this would be the best thing for the kid.
No, it wouldn't.
Hey, you shouldn't be eavesdripping there on the stairs, you know that? What do you know? Hey, your grandma's rich there. She could give you enough cowboy hats to make up a posse there, and all kinds of other stuff.
Who cares about that? I just want to stay here with you and Mrs. Canby and all my friends.
Did you ever think maybe you can make new friends, huh? I mean, better friends, with money.
I won't go to court. I'll sit right here and not move all day. I'll get it. Hi, Murray.
Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
Hi.
Good. Well, everybody ready for the big day?
You have to be so cheerful.
Okay. Feed me some bad fish, I'll look like you.
Mr. Rabinowitz says I have to stay in the hall until they call my name.
Well, we all have to wait in the hall, and that is fun. We can watch the secretaries getting on and off the elevator.
That might fill your day, but don't you think the child ought to take a book?
I'll take my homework, so I won't have to do it when I get home.
Honey, I keep telling you, there's a chance you might not be coming home.
You'll be here, Mrs. Canby, won't you?
No.
Sure. I'm making a ham and potato salad to invite everybody back here.
Don't tell her that. Don't tell her that.
Don't you worry. No matter what, this is your home and always will be.
Come on, look at the time. Look at the time.
That's right. Come on, it's late. We've got the car right outside.
Isn't Barney going with you?
Yeah, sure, he's a character witness. Barney's going to meet us down the courthouse.
Well, then you better bring a comic book so we have something to do in the hall. Come on.
Not only is Mrs. Harris an upstanding member of the community, but due to her very wise investments and a large trust fund, her annual income is considerably more than adequate to provide not only the essentials for the child, but also to give her a great many advantages, including a private education.
What would that mean?
Well, Your Honor, Mrs. Harris has already made inquiries into private schools both here and abroad, so that if and when she travels, she plans to keep the child with her at all times.
Oh.
No more questions, Your Honor.
No questions.
Wait a minute. What do you mean, no questions here? I got a question. I got a question, excuse me there, Your Honor. This woman wants to take the kid overseas, raise her in some foreign country over there where she'd never see Old Glory flying overhead and where the people refuse to speak English. Can she do that?
She can if I say she can.
I'll never get to see the kid at all. Shush.
Anything happen yet?
Well, the other side is still at bat. Her business manager just stepped down.
When does our side get up?
Be patient, Steph. Want to play cards? I brought my braille deck.
No. Those cards are marked. You always win.
Hey, Veronica, I think you ought to go back to work. This may take a while.
Now, I want to stay here and give Archie moral support.
I'll give it to him.
Okay.
Very kind. Yeah. That's not mine. I was just holding it for a friend.
Mr. Van Aar, will you help me with my speech?
Yeah, sure, Barney. But I can't correct your spelling.
It was my extreme pleasure to make the acquaintance of the defendant.
Respondent, Barney. He's not a hood.
Respondent, Archibald Bunker, in 1946, when he snatched me from the path of an oncoming double-decker bus, thereby saving the rest of my natural life.
Barney, that's a lie.
So what? The judge will never know.
Unless he was driving the bus.
From bus driver to judge?
Look who's going to be in the White House.
Mr. Klein, could you tell the court what Mr. Bunker's attitude is regarding the child's religious education?
Very cooperative. I mean, Stephanie never misses Sunday school at the local temple.
Friday night services.
Well, I take her when I can.
So then you would say that Mr. Bunker is a religious man?
I object, Your Honor. He's reading the witness here.
I'd like to hear the answer. Is he religious?
Yes. Yes, in his own way, he is.
What's his own way?
He's scared of God.
Thank you.
No more questions.
Mr. Klein, you spent a good deal of time with Mr. Bunker.
Oh, yes. I mean, of course I do, yes.
Does he ever lose his temper?
Well, once in a while he yells. I mean, we all do. But, he yells in a friendly way.
How do you yell in a friendly way, Mr. Klein?
The smile on your face.
Would you describe Mr. Bunker as a prejudiced man?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained, but I'd like to hear the answer anyway.
Let me be more specific, Your Honor. Mr. Klein, have you ever heard Mr. Bunker use words like heeb, sheeny, or yid?
Sheeny is not one of his words.
Your Honor, I object to this whole line of question.
Counselor, wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm all done, Your Honor. That's all the questions I have. Your Honor, I think that should establish something about Mrs. Harris's credentials. Mrs. Harris, could you tell the court how you felt when you finally found your granddaughter after all these years?
Oh, now, Counselor. She was never lost. Why waste time on questions like that? Mrs. Harris, what alienated you from your daughter and your grandchild?
My husband disowned my daughter when she married that Floyd Mills, Stephanie's father. Religious differences. My husband wouldn't even let me bring up her name.
And you just went along with that?
Well, I had no choice. He was a very strong man. I was very dependent on him. But I'm not anymore.
What changed?
He died and left me a lot of money.
Well, that'll do it. And Mr. Davis's report also states that you're doing a great deal of traveling now.
Yes, and I would like Stephanie to come with me. No ordinary classroom can give the education that traveling can.
Well, isn't that a lot of trouble, traveling with a child?
Oh, no, she'd be wonderful company.
Listen, why did you wait so long to get in touch with the kid?
Why did you wait this long to get in touch with the kid?
Well, I knew that the poor baby had been pushed in and out of so many homes. I didn't want to disrupt her again.
Until now?
Well, the circumstances have changed, Your Honor. Mrs. Bunker isn't there anymore. And I'm concerned for Stephanie.
About what, specifically?
What about the fact that there's no woman in the house?
There's a housekeeper, Your Honor.
Not all the time.
What is she getting at?
Shush.
All I'm trying to say, Your Honor, is that I don't think it's right for a young girl to be raised by a man who's not a relative.
I object, Your Honor.
I object, too.
You can't object, Bunker.
I gotta object, Judge.
You're out of order.
Oh, well, give me a minute, Judge, huh? I mean, I'm raising that kid good there. I never stopped telling her all the things she had no to do. I tell her everything that's wrong.
Sit down, Bunker.
Listen, Judge, listen. How do we know how this woman's husband really done it?
Bunker. You know, you have no right to accuse this lady. Have you no respect for a grandmother's rights? Have you no regard for the ties of family? I'm sick of this. Court is recessed until 2:30.
Oh, Bunker. What's the difference? I can't beat it, Grandma. I might as well say my say.
We want you at Modern You.
Go Bullfrogs!
Bulldogs, I feel like you do that on purpose.
We're fielding a winning team.
That's the Speedy.
Our student body is something to see.
With great hotness comes great responsibility.
And everyone comes out for the big game.
They can still turn it around. Show's not over till the fat mom up.
Team up with Modern You on Modern Family, nightly.
Weeknights at 7 on CW20.
Have both Medicare and Medicaid? We can help you get more health care coverage at no additional cost. WellCare health plans are designed to give extra benefits to people who have limited income or resources. Many of our plans combine Parts A and B, hospital and doctor coverage, and your prescription drug coverage into one plan at no extra cost. Take advantage of zero or low monthly plan premiums and zero or low copays. With a Medicare Advantage plan from WellCare, you get more benefits than with original Medicare. Plus, access to a large network of local and regional doctors and hospitals. Call now to talk about plan options. We can answer questions and help you enroll over the phone. Call 1-866-790-5897. That's 1-866-790-5897.
Smile. No matter how well you provide for your family today, if you don't have life insurance, their future may be at risk. Think about what would happen if you were gone. Would they struggle to pay the bills and face an uncertain future? They don't have to. You can help guarantee those you love $200,000, $500,000, $750,000 or more with life insurance through AIG Direct. We'll help you get more for your money, up to 70% more. Just look, less than $14 a month buys a 40-year-old man a $250,000 term life policy. That's up to 3 times what you can get from other companies for the same price. No wonder millions of people rely on AIG companies. The call is free, the quote is free, and there's no obligation. Make the future more secure for those you love. Call now so you can sleep better at night.
For a free quote, call 1-800-945-8376 or visit AIGdirect.com.
Addiction brings unimaginable pain to those who are suffering from it and their loved ones. If you're battling addiction, we understand that you're hurting, and we're here to help. Against all hope, you can get better and free yourself from addiction. You do not need to suffer any longer. Seek the treatment you deserve. Call the number on your screen and take the first step toward a lifetime of freedom and recovery.
Call 800-975-6268.
All right, make up your mind. Pick one or the other.
I like them both.
You can't have them both. Which one is it gonna be? I don't have all day. Come on. Oh, good. I wanted the Tootsie Roll. I've got a very hard decision to make.
No, you don't. Let me stay where I am.
Why should I?
Because I don't want to live with my grandmother. She's mean. She forced me to go shopping, and then she forced me to eat a big lunch, and then she bought me this big, ugly cowboy hat and made me wear it all day long. And then she dragged me around till it was dark. And finally, when we got home, was I tired.
Is that so?
Yes.
Does your Uncle Archie tell you to lie like that?
No. He tells me never to lie and to be honest and trusting and good to other people, just like him.
Well, how about being good to me? I'd like to get home early. Let's start with the truth.
Okay. I don't want to live with my grandmother.
Maybe you're not old enough to know what you want.
I know I don't want to go to school in Europe.
Now, don't be so sure. Traveling's fun.
I've traveled enough. All over Brooklyn and New Jersey. Twice.
When did you do that?
When my father was trying to find a place to dump me. We finally ended up in Queens. Aunt Edith and Uncle Archie were the only ones who'd take me. And I don't want to leave because I like it there.
Tell me, what do you like about it?
I like the house and my school and my friends and everybody at the bar and Mrs. Canby. And I love Uncle Archie. And I'm not going to leave. And I don't think that this is fair.
What's not fair?
that you get to decide where I live. That's not fair.
Whoever told you that life is fair?
Haven't I got any rights?
When you're 14, you can have legal rights. Not now.
I really hate this.
Well, I hate it too. So let's get it over with. Now, what makes you think that living with your Uncle Archie is going to be good for you? It might be the worst thing in the world for you.
I love him, and he loves me.
Well, how do you know? Just because he kisses you a lot? What are you staring at? Is he affectionate or isn't he?
You won't like it if I tell you.
I don't have to like it. Just tell me.
He's just like you.
Well, no, I don't like it.
I mean, he likes to act tough, like you.
I'm not acting. I am tough.
I mean, he loves me. But he doesn't show it the way my grandmother does.
How's that?
Well, she pets me like a puppy, and she calls me her poor baby. And I'm not a poor baby.
Doesn't your Uncle Archie ever pet you?
No. But that doesn't mean he doesn't love me. Aunt Nita used to say it was hard for him to show his feelings because his father hit him with a shovel.
That'll do it.
But I know he loves me.
Yeah, sure.
Did your father hit you with a shovel?
No, with a rake. All right, young lady, that'll be enough. You can go now. Thanks.
If I have to live with my grandmother, I'll run away.
Well, be sure and take your passport, because in Europe, they'll stop you at the border. Oh, Eddie, give it 5 minutes and then call the court back into session.
Yes, Your Honor.
I know what you're saying. If it's best for the kid, I hadn't ought to kick.
That's the idea, Bunker. And I'll guarantee you'll be able to visit the child whenever you want.
Can you guarantee me tickets with Freddie Flaker to the Five Corners of the Earth?
Sit down. I don't have time for formalities. Mrs. Harris. Mrs. Harris, I have to agree with you. The child is not being raised in an ideal environment. But then when I look around me, I realize that no one is being raised in an ideal environment.
Your Honor, there are some environments that are more ideal than others.
Possibly. But, you see, what we're mainly concerned with here is the needs of that little girl and the choice between you two of which one is best able to fulfill those needs.
I should think that was obvious, Your Honor.
If it were obvious, we'd have been finished 2 hours ago.
Well, don't blame me, Judge. I ain't arguing no more.
Bunker, let me ask you. If you were sitting in my seat and thinking only of the little girl's good, who would you give custody to?
Well, I wouldn't know what to say to that, Judge. I mean, after all, I want the kid.
Oh, you're not answering my question.
Well, do I have to talk out loud here?
Step up.
Judge, excuse me. Well, Your Honor, you know, with me, the kid would have a roof over her head and food on her table and clothes on her back and not a hell of a lot else. And she just had to pick up her culture around the neighborhood to do without us. I can only give what I can give. God knows it ain't much, so if I was sitting in your place, I probably wouldn't turn the kid over to me. But then I wouldn't turn her over to her neither.
Why wouldn't you want Mrs. Harris to have the child?
Because, Judge, with all her and her husband's money there, and all her fancy and her beautiful life they gave their daughter, when the kid was 17, she ran away from them and she married that bum Floyd. My little girl didn't do that to me. Well, my daughter found a guy she wanted to marry. She brought him home. And he wasn't no bum, Judge. He got from a fine, old-fashioned Polak family out in Chicago. And the two of them moved in with me, and they lived under my roof and on top of me for 10 years. Never an argument, Judge. And that's all I got to say.
Your Honor, now that we have heard about his family, could we talk about mine? Could we talk about Stephanie?
If you had your say, you would like the child taken out of the bunker house, hmm?
Well, of course I would. I can give her everything, all the finer things, a private schooling, a head start in life. And yes, she should be with a woman. If not her mother, then her grandmother, her own mother's mother. I can give her what she needs. He can't.
You know, I'm afraid that you have some of the child's needs confused with your own needs, Mrs. Harris. I'm giving legal custody to Mr. Bunker.
No.
Oh, thank God. I mean, thank you, Judge.
Huh?
That's,
I can't believe this is happening. And why are you doing this?
That girl has 2 years invested in Mr. Bunker, and he's become her psychological parent. She's established roots and a sense of security. Like, disrupting everything at this time could be most harmful.
Then you mean you're disregarding all that I can do for her?
No, I didn't say you couldn't do things for her when she's 17 or 18. Take her on that trip to Europe.
But what can he do for her now? He's a totally uneducated man.
Mrs. Harris, my father was an ignorant laborer, and he drank too much, and I became a judge. I raised 2 daughters. One's an attorney, and the other dropped out of high school and is handing out flowers at the airport. We all do the best we can. And I'm sure Mr. Bunker will do okay. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Your Honor. I've been with... I thought your big mouth nephew there never lost a case.
Well, that's because the little pisher was never up against me. Congratulations, Bunkers. I'll sein mit Glück.
Thanks. What does that mean?
It means that in your life, may everything be good.
Oh, hey, that's not... Hey, listen, you could make that come true by sending me a very small bill. Yeah, laughing at that. Yeah. Excuse me, just a minute here. I just wanted to say that, you know, a lot of bad things were said here, but no matter what you and me feel about each other, we got to think of the child.
Did you imagine I was going to stop thinking about her?
Well, no, I guess not.
I'm going to pray for her.
Well, that wouldn't do no harm, neither.
Oh, God.
Don't worry. The kid's going to be okay. You know, she's with people who love her. What could go wrong?
Her grammar, for one thing.
Was that a shot?
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't think that's very polite. I come over here to, you know, sort of shake hands and say that, you know, you being her only grandma there, that if you want to come to see her, it was okay by me.
Oh, I want to see her. Now that I found her, I don't want to lose her again.
Well, okay. You can drop around whenever you want.
Thank you.
Phone first. Well, bye.
Archie?
We gotta go call up Mrs. Canby. And we tell her that we're both coming home. Yeah, first, you gotta go in there and kiss your grandmother goodbye, huh?
Behold the power of the $5 bill. Well, thank you, Dad. Oh, you're welcome, family. What would we do without you? I shudder to wonder.
At Pizza Hut, we're a $5 lineup of your favorites for just a Lincoln each.
Excited about the open house today?
Just gotta check my credit at Credit Karma first. It's free.
Checking will lower your score. We'll never get out of here.
Actually, checking your credit score with Credit Karma never lowers it at all.
Really?
Yep.
Maybe I should check my credit. Oh.
Credit Karma. Get knowing.
I got the deal of a lifetime on Poshmark. I got these barely worn Louboutin heels, and I paid $100 for them. I would have paid over $700 for these in the store.
Get $5 off your first order. Download the free Poshmark app now and use offer code LOVEPOSH. Best Fiends.
Collect Howie and tons of other cute characters. Solve thousands of fun puzzles. Download Best Fiends for free today. That's friends without the R. Best Fiends.
TV's rounded up the usual suspects.
Oh, my poor little prison pooter, my little San Quentin quail.
And now we've got a lineup of classic characters.
That's a good way of phrasing it.
Catch all these shows and more on
Antenna TV.
Used to be sad, used to be shy. Funniest thing, the saddest part is I never knew why. Kicking myself for nothing was my favorite sport. I had to get out and start enjoying, 'cause life's too short. There's a new girl in town, 'cause I'm feeling good. Got a smile, got a song for the neighborhood. There's a new girl in town on her road to reach, and this girl's here to say, with some luck and love, life's gonna be so sweet.
$8,000. Over $8,000. Now, why is this number so important? Because $8,508 is the average cost of a funeral. If you've already planned how to help cover your final expenses, like this one, great. But if you haven't, I'm here to tell you about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan through the Colonial Penn program. If you're between age 50 and 85, the good news is it's not too late, because you can start here, right now. So call now. You won't be alone. Over 500,000 people called last year for free information. Options start at $9.95 a month, less than 35 cents a day. A good price if you're on a tight budget or a fixed income. There are no health questions and no medical exam. Your acceptance is guaranteed. Options start at $9.95 a month, even if you have health problems. And you cannot be charged a higher rate for any health reason. Best of all, unlike many plans, once you're covered, your rate is locked in for life and can never go up for any reason. You get a lifetime rate lock guarantee plus a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. This valuable guide is a great help for you and the loved ones you leave behind. Use it to record your important information and give helpful direction about your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now.
Call 1-800-589-6996 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-589-6996. 1-800-589-6996. There's no risk or obligation. That's 1-800-589-6996. So call now.
This is an important announcement from the Diabetic Health Hotline. If you, a family member, or a loved one has diabetes, listen closely, because you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies with little to no out-of-pocket costs. To be eligible, you just need Medicare or private insurance.